Where is it? 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 Is it in the basement? Is it in the basement? Where is it? Well, something's in the basement, but we'll address that later. That's not what I'm looking for right now. I received a hint on the Discord earlier today that there is an Easter egg in this game, which I very much would like to see. I don't actually know exactly what it is, but I think I have an idea. Problem is, I don't know where it is. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a rather hectic episode of Voices of the Void. Last time, we spent a lot of time just kind of hanging around the base, and really, I left a lot of that stuff in because that's kind of what the game's all about. It's the mundanity occasionally broken up by the unreal. But we're taking a bit of a more proactive stance now, and I kind of want that to be the case here. We're going to spend a lot more time exploring the park itself, now that we've kind of established ourselves and allowed this base to be a little bit more automated. I'm picking up something really strange looking, and after that last transmission, I really want to make sure, first of all, that I don't accidentally turn off the computer, and second, that I start taking things a bit more seriously, because things are getting a lot more serious. Today we need Hotel Tango Bravo and to send out 3 level 3 signals, which will be absolutely no concern. So let's see where we're at. I feel like this is like a children's show where we just receive like random tasks at the beginning of the day, and then we just look at the magic board to figure out where we're going. Okay, so Hotel Tango. I've already forgotten the other one, but instead of walking back to the computer, we can consult our magic book and find out that we're going to Bravo, which is right here and no problem. So we'll go Tango Bravo Hotel. Actually, you know what? No, maybe we'll go Hotel first, because we need to go to India and set up an additional camera by that fairy ring. I haven't forgotten about that, and I really want to keep busy outdoors in this part. Just look at that sunrise. This is the kind of thing that makes me think I would absolutely love to have this job in real life. Although I'm torn, and I'd really like to know what you guys think. Would it be better for you to do this job alone, or with like maybe 1 or 2 other people? I mean, I feel like I might eventually start to get bored, maybe a little more creeped out than I'd like if I were truly all on my own. But with just 1 other person, it could become a whole adventure. It's like you still have the solitude when either of you wants it, and somebody to huddle with if things get a little bit too difficult. I swear this game is constantly getting more beautiful. So beautiful, in fact, that we need to continue taking pictures just for our own personal use, in my opinion. There we are, and there we are. Now, let's find out if that door bug is still active. This game has updated once more. And it is still like that. Well, that's alright. SV hash. And there we go. This game's just gotten so many, like, convenience features over time. Like, for example, doing these hash codes used to be really annoying, but I think they've changed it so that, first of all, it's always all capital letters, and I think there'll always be a 0, never an O. Power's out. Power's out, and I'm not really sure how. All these transformers were extremely high last time I checked them. It used to be you could actually see static on the lines, and there we are. Yeah, it's going that way. Okay, well, I guess we'll do that. But since we are in the neighborhood, I'm gonna check out the fairy ring first, if I can find it. Well, at least it didn't go off in the middle of the night, right? Yeah, I'm gonna have a really hard time finding this thing. It's so frustrating seeing something out here, but like if it's out in the brush with nothing to really identify its location, it's not gonna be so easy to locate it again. so I guess we'll just leave it for now. Oh, hey. It's you. And there's you, a buried item, right beside this skeleton, this patch where nothing grows. Okay, we need a shovel, which we don't presently have on us. So, alright, what I'm gonna have to do is come back with that. And I'm probably gonna have to start getting some, I'm probably gonna have to start buying some beacons, because that would have helped me before, and it would help me now. You're at 100%, so how the heck is the other thing just down? Unless there's something there waiting for me, and this is some way to get my attention. But let's not tell ourselves stories until we're looking the beast in the mouth, right? If you couldn't see it before, you'll be able to see it here now, yeah. That is what happens when one of the transformers goes down, that effect on the wires. Which is like, I don't understand how it can be down already. I feel like I just made a pass of all three. What's happening to me? For a second I was just stuck moving backwards. That was concerning, and it's just always the Trash Kingdom. Okay, don't know what happened there. And I can't do anything until I get back to base and reset everything. We're just finding all kinds of things today, aren't we? That is definitely footsteps. What if I just... You can't tell me that wasn't footsteps, and you can't tell me this isn't a picnic blanket. Like some invisible campers just scattered the moment I showed up. Alright, well, we'll make a note of this as well. This is in the valley by this marker. I guess right down past that transformer. Oh man, I really, really desperately need a digital map and some transmitters. Like, you find all these weird things out in the woods, and if you don't have the equipment to deal with them right then and there, you might never find out, or at least have to luck into them again. It's like, even when I know this place like the back of my hand, as soon as there's something I don't recognize, that's when I realize I really don't. I mean, landmarks only take you so far in all this tall grass and dense trees. At a certain... Oh god, something's chasing me, something's chasing me. Feels weird coming back to the bay without the lights on. But now we've got to get back down to the basement. Let's take out our safety glow stick just in case it's dark. It seems like it's more or less fine. We've got to start all these things up again. I just can't understand why that happened. You got anything I should know about? There is something on the edge there, but that doesn't really matter right now. Point is, you are now done, and that's that job. But we've really been set back a few hours for the hash codes. Let's actually do a TR check just to make sure that these things don't go down again. Yep, you're all looking good. Just one of you inexplicably ended up at 0. That's really suspicious circumstances, I have to say. We're pretty low on sleep, but thankfully we invested in a couple of these chocolate bars. And just like that, we're good as new. We're actually running terribly low on fuel. And even though we've been doing pretty good in general, I think one of our first big ticket items is going to be the ATV solar power. I mean, I'd gotten so used to it in the first season, now I'm just kind of lost without it. We haven't really been down here before, have we? At least not during the day. If I had more fuel, I'd do some more exploring here. But yeah, one of you was very, very helpful in telling me about the secret Easter egg that is the goal of my video. And you told me to do some beachcombing. Actually using the metal detector, which is something else we're gonna have to buy. And I don't mind being spoiled on stuff like that because, I mean, anything to do with, like, the stuff hidden underground in this game, like, stuff is so obscure to begin with, I never would have found that. Tango, SB, hash. Do you hear that? It sounded like something splashed close by. Hang on. Should I have my crowbar at the ready? Ready to do some Gordon Freeman action? That just looks like... Are those barrels? Hang on. Radioactive waste. Radioactive waste that's just been dumped in the river. Okay, that's gonna need... Hope this thing's waterproof. Hope the flash doesn't behave strangely in water either. Okay, that's something we're gonna want to write home about. Well, if they'd given us the ability to write home. You know what? Bravo is actually close enough that we can walk it, worst case, like from our base, so maybe we will do some exploring along this river. I mean, this is the far end of the base, and I feel kind of drawn to see all the farthest reaches today. And so here is where the river exits our base. But I don't see anything else in the water. You know what, since we don't mind getting wet today, I did want to check out this log. Can we peek inside and see what's in there? No. What about the opening over here? Yep. Oh, now that I think of it, I think I did actually find this in the last one. Can we bring it with us? Having a barrel back at base might be kind of cool. Yep. Come on, you. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, wow. This is actually, like, appropriately weighty. It's actually kind of hard to get up here. Come on. Come on. Come on. I need to get you someplace where you won't roll. That's the thing. I can wedge you on this tree here. There we go. Now, what's inside? 50 MREs. It seems like those pirate deserters never actually came back. Okay, that one actually was a pine cone. Pine cone, which I will be happy to keep, thank you. I need more mementos for my desk. Let's just grab this and hook you and hook you. And you're kind of heavy, so I don't know how this is going to interact, but it's a bit annoying. Very loud, but we should be able to pull this off. I'm not kidding when I say that the hook is probably the most useful tool in the game. Especially for only 50 credits, like there's just so much you can do with it. And especially if you can get more than one. I think there's places in the game where you can find some, but honestly you're way better off just buying one and investing as early as possible, because it opens up so many things. Now, are you Bravo, or is the next one Bravo? It's gotta be the next one. Oh, this one's down as well. Well, it's just as well, I suppose. I mean, if something's going to be down, I'd rather it be something that I'm going to anyway. But this will be our job for the day, and we found buried treasure. So that's pretty good. But I think if we can't find that other fairy ring, the picnic should be an easier spot to set up a camera. You know, one thing I'm starting to worry about, can these barrels actually break? Because if they can, this thing's taking quite a bit of punishment, and I don't really want to know what it's going to be like when there's 50 of these things scattered all over the floor. I guess at this point it practically doesn't matter. We're almost home free. But man, imagine if we could get like a trailer or something that locks physics. Right, here we are. We claim our prize. And let's just undo that. And right up. Man, we are fixing this place up like no other. If nothing else, the next person who inhabits this place is gonna be much better off. And it's the Scout's Code. Always leave a site better than you found it. Yeah, boop. And we should be able to send our signals out. So that'll be 1, 2. I really want you to hear the black hole. 3. You know, whatever's on that lower edge, there's more of them. A lot more of them. And they're potentially moving quite... Well, they're not moving quite rapidly. That's actually the drone. But there's definitely things out there. I wonder if it has anything to do with that picnic I interrupted. How fortunate. I could already see this on the screen even before I showed up. You are done already? Wait, that doesn't make any sense. I literally just put you in. Okay, well, let's listen to it. That's actual text. There is information within there, readable information. My god. Package received, thank you. Daily task information, good job. Nice. You did a good job, Cal. This piece is very good and data is clear. Well, Dr. Anna, you listened to the black hole thing, right? You listened to that, right? Like, that's all you have to say? Whatever, we don't have time for this right now. All I know is that we need... I'd really like transformer stability, but we desperately need more gas. We also need some food for ourselves, so I'm going to take another pizza, because I love it. And we're going to get some shrimps. I have a reason for that. Order. And that leaves us with 150 points for whatever. I'm actually going to start doing a lot more saving now. Let's just put you right here beside the clock. The sun is setting once more, but now it feels like I'm not alone. Like, if I had just come across a couple of people having a picnic, you know, it would have been the whole, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here, but I wouldn't have been mad. I mean, if anything, I would have been happy for the company while escorting them off base, but the fact that they were able to hide from me, the fact that they got here in the first place, I don't know. No matter how innocuous the evidence, it's still unnerving to think that somebody else is here. We've got the radar movement, we've got all the signs, but nothing to actually show for it. Which is why expanding my little surveillance kingdom is going to be top priority for now. We've got, like, so many of these things that I'm starting to wonder if we can actually count them as metal scrap. Because they take up a lot of space, and, like, they just... I have no way of knowing if they get us anything in the exchange. So if we could scrap them... Ah, we can! Oh, and they're actually only 2 for 1 metal scrap, so they count for more. Alright, well, we've got a lot to do tomorrow, and we're taking the shovel to help us. It's approaching midnight now, and this is actually downloading really slowly. I'm actually starting to think something might be wrong, and after yesterday's power troubles, I don't know, there's a very real possibility that there's still lingering effects. So first of all, we're going to do a, come on view, we're going to do a TR check. Yeah, I mean, everything is mostly still good, even though one of the things that was just at 100 is now in the 60s. And we'll do a SV ping. I think more has to be down by now. Alright, Bravo is down, Lima, and Tango. All the places I, like, just was, and X-Ray, 4 towers down. Very strange indeed. Well, we'll definitely be upgrading server reliability, but I think something more is going on here. This almost feels more like an attack. Let's see how our eye on the vents is going. At first this felt like a tribute, but now it's just creepy. I was wanting to see if whatever was here, whoever could be here, might ever come back. But I don't think that's ever gonna happen. Or maybe it just makes me feel better to be able to look at the back of the head of the person looking at the back of my head. There's our job email. We need Foxtrot Golf November. And only 2 signals of level 3, so it'll be fairly easy going. In the meantime, let's start clearing out this break room. It's all this little clutter that is so annoying. But I do kind of want to start doing stuff with this in the future. I just don't know what, and you know, I'm taking all ideas. It's another dark and stormy night. Perfect for sitting around and listening for some voices of the void, don't you think? Oh, I love my job. Don't let anyone tell you I don't. And the mood lighting just makes it that much better. Oh my god. Why is it that this screen always manages to have the perfect image to jump scare me at a given moment? Dwarf Planet, you are just about done. Although the rain is interfering with you even more now. We've got so much work to do. I just don't want to go out in the dark in the rain. But I guess if we're sitting here, that means we can just enjoy, right? Man, it is like pitch black out there. This glow is truly all we have. Is that lightning? I suppose the thunder will confirm. Have I mentioned that I just love the vibes in this game? How nothing else does this and does it so naturally? I mean, like, lots of things have a scripted atmosphere with scripted events, but few things manage to just run the whole gamut of things so naturally and free-flowing. Actually, I'm not sure if the weather in this game is on a schedule or not, but I don't think it is. Kid, you're going through the same thing I am, aren't you? Although, I suppose there's kind of a point to be had there, isn't it? I mean, being a kid sitting in your bed waiting to see whether something will come from under the bed or in the closet, or whether that is just your mom and dad approaching the door in the middle of the night. They're basically playing Voices of the Void on easy mode, aren't they? Alright, looks like you're doing good. Let's get that signal going. Almost doesn't even seem like I should bother with this right now, given how it's all going to be messed up by the rain. But I don't think there's any way for us to... Oh wait, no, you know what? That's probably what the storm filter does. Hang on, I wonder how much that costs. And we can always, we can actually refund it if it doesn't work. I learned that way too late in the other one. 150 points, I don't think that's super worth it right now. Not when there's so much else we need. You know what? I need to step away from this for a little while. Where am I keeping that sponge? Right here? I'm gonna spend some time in the break room cleaning up. There we go. This is starting to look better already. But then again, I can't fix peeling wallpaper. Well, back inside. Wait, what happened to my pine cone? Did I not have a pine cone right here? Wait. I had a pine cone that I put right on my desk. Who stole my pine cone? Just one of life's little mysteries, I guess. That is so weird. Alright, well, I guess somebody was here at some point. And I guess they could have done a lot worse, unless I'm just forgetting something. A little thing like that I might not have ever noticed. And yet it implies just so much. Let's have a look at some of our photos and see how we're doing. Yep, looking gorgeous. There's those barrels. And there's our Defiance. All these things tell a story without words, and... well, I think that's going to be our legacy, so we better make sure it's an important one. God, you are so slow. This is one of the scarier parts. Why am I saying this about a children's film? Point is, the rain has died down, and my nerves are so much worse just sitting here than they are being proactive, so maybe I need to be like this kid. Setting up an ambush, or at least doing something about my own situation. We've got a lot of servers to fix, so I think we should just do it. So who all is down? Basically everybody. We've got at least 4 towers down, and 3 that we need to take reports on. So this is going to be a busy night, but you know what? We're good on sleep. We're good on food, and I think we've got to take this as is. I think getting this stuff done early will be the best way to go about this. And that'll be the thing that frees us up to do the most exploring during the day. That's actually something I hadn't really thought about before, how the better you are at doing your job, the more opportunity you have to not do your job. There's so much happening out here all the time that you will probably never see. Unless you commit. Unless you commit to getting your work done early so that you have the free time to do this. Either that or ignore your work, but that'll make things a lot more difficult in the long run. Oh god. Okay. See, on hills I tend to assume that it is a pine cone, but it doesn't make it any easier. For a moment I couldn't find the ATV. What is going on with me right now? Like, I feel so on edge, and it's not like I haven't been out here at night before. I've even done it for fun. But for some reason, this is like the most tense I've ever been. Like, I have this intense feeling that I really should be back at base right now. Oh, hey. Funny spotting this in the dark, but is this a little fishing pier? Huh. You know, between this and the cabin, it's like we're seeing little remnants of things that may have been here at one time. Things that would very obviously have to predate our little setup. Very interesting. I wonder if there's anything significant with the land itself. I'm pretty sure this game explicitly takes place in Switzerland. Another fairy ring. This one right in the middle of the road. This one appeared. This one appeared. We know that they're appearing because I would have noticed this. I've been here before. We're just off to the side of Oscar. Okay, well, we do have our camera on us right now. We actually have both cameras. So let's start with... we really need to sort out our inventory because this needs to be quickly selectable. First, we'll get this, and then we'll use the other. Drop you. Come on now. Grab. And right here should do you good. Right there. We've got our own little trail cam. And if anything changes with this, we'll know. I wonder if it'll alert me to, like, any movement on them. I'm not sure. I really didn't make enough use of these in the last playthrough, and so I really want to do more with them now. Well, we fixed 2 of the towers, and got all 3 of our hash codes, so technically we're done for the day. But, man, what a night. I'm hearing buzzing, which means there might be food rotting somewhere. And just, I don't know, man. It's like, I felt like king of the castle, and it's really starting to sink in how alone I am. Because it feels less like I'm alone, and that's a really weirdly fine line to walk, but it makes sense in my head at least. This is still real slow though. Maybe if we fix you up just a bit? Nope. I don't know, maybe more towers have gone down, but this feels like uncharacteristically slow even for that. Like something else must be wrong. Because this isn't like a crazy volume of data or anything, or at least I don't think so. Certainly not 2 of these things in a row. What is going on with this? Oh wow, the calibration's got to be out of whack on all of these as well. So much that still needs to be fixed. So that's going to be our work for the day for the most part. In the meantime, let's look at our camera. Nope, come on, I know there's more. We gotta refresh this somehow. Oh, did I not activate the other one? Oh, I forgot you have to do that. Alright, well, I have to go back to Oscar anyway, so that's what we'll do. Alright, well, thankfully you seem to still be here for now. I gotta wonder if you're not something that only happens when disturbed. But you are activated. And now we've got to head to, at the very least, Bravo, Lima, and X-Ray. I see the duplicated guns at Lima are still here. So I guess duplicated items, not these? I was so worried you were gone. Grab you. But unfortunately the bug does not still seem to be happening. Still, it's not doing the thing anymore where you explode on impact. That was very skittery sounding. But yeah, the next thing is going to be much more of a hike. You're at 100. You're just holding at 100. That doesn't make any sense. In fact, I don't trust that. Okay, so that's a thing. But this is the area where we encountered an unfortunate victim. And we're gonna find out why. Oops. Radioactive capsule. Oh wow, and this thing takes up a ton of inventory space. It must be very dense. Hang on, wait. A very heavy object, presumably a capsule with radioactive material inside. Well, I guess I pretty much summed it up, but you... You must have been carrying this thing and just dropped right here, decomposing in the soil with you. Well, let's just bring it back home where we eat and sleep and live. What's the worst that can happen? Didn't we actually find blueprints for a radioactive capsule at one point? I mean, I don't see why we'd need to build them, but that sort of leads me to wonder, is there actually, like, a use for them now? I mean, last series we tried putting one in the microwave with predictable results, but now I'm kind of thinking I should hold on to it. Always sad to see the last couple of slices go. But now our cameras should be working better. Come on, let's refresh. And there we are. We have a front row seat to our fairy ring right there on the road. I'm starting to think these things might actually spawn randomly. Unless it really wanted me to notice this, but then there's the connection to the explosions that I can't ignore. Well, whatever. I think I'm actually going to use this opportunity to order another camera. Actually, you know what? I'm kind of tempted to order 2. I don't know. I'm going to order 2. I want one on top of my base. And the radio tower's down again after being up for a really long time. So, you know, the idea that something could be screwing with me has not waned in a bit. Seems you are coming in just in time. Hang on, wait, yep. There we go. And I do love being able to just mess around with this, too. You know, we gotta tell the whole story, right? And telling the whole story is not as easy as it sounds, you know? I mean, I really love the idea of, like, historical documentation. And, like, all throughout, like, say, lockdown and COVID, for example, I've been taking pictures of all the things that I feel like will be, like, lesser remembered, you know? Like, everybody knows about the masks and, like, the staying 6 feet apart. But I have pictures of places where those masks are, like, absolutely littering the grounds. How, at one point, they were just everywhere. I've got a couple of those birthday caravans from early on. You remember those? And so I think capturing the whole experience is going to be important to our little log. And what a game where there's so many things like that in the experience, right? How there's so many aspects to your existence in this base that there's actually room for there to be the little things that you don't remember, the things you don't even realize you're doing. And it's in those things that you don't even realize you're doing that this game hides some of its biggest scares. I mean, this is literally a game about watching for something coming from the stars, and you'll never notice the thing standing right behind your chair in the dead of night. By having so many different aspects to this game, it has so many different ways to catch you off guard because you just can't be looking in every direction at once. But we can try. Which is why we bought a couple of new cameras. Yep. And I think the best place to put this is going to be someplace where are we going to have the best angle? Maybe right on top of here? Do we want to put one in front of our doorway? I mean, the crappy one that came with the base is hardly even worth keeping. I'm probably going to sell it with the next box. Maybe right here, if we can put it there? How about, put you on a corner? Yeah, oh, we actually can, cool. And activate. And the other one, we're gonna have to go on a little road trip, but that's okay. In keeping with the paranormal division of our research, I think we'll leave the radioactive capsule just right in here should be a fine place for it. So let's just take you and see if ghosts can die of radiation sickness. We are burning daylight here, so let's send this out. And I want to use our other camera on a certain picnic site. I mean, the way I see it, either there's someone here that's not supposed to be, or we got some Yogi Bears on the prowl, and either way, I want to be ready for it. Alright, good, it's still here. And we do have the ability to pick it up and fold it, but that seems rude. And what I'm actually about to do seems way, way ruder. But you know what? That's not what I'm worried about right now. Because we are going to observe if anything is here when we're not. So you go right there and activate. I don't hear any footsteps this time. But hopefully we're not too late. Never mind. Well, that is reassuring. Very reassuring. Delta is not responding, even though I literally just fixed it today, along with like 7 others. But that's cool. I mean, we still have time to get that. We can actually walk it. We don't even need to burn fuel. But let's see how some of our cameras are doing. There. Oh, wow, we've got a whole fleet. You can see that. What's your range of movement? Pretty good. Yeah, I think this will be good for seeing things that are going on around us. And we can zoom in like that. Yeah, I think that's where we're going to want to keep it most of the time, so that we can see things that may be approaching. That's actually a good way of seeing what's going on right in front of us without having to leave the comfort of our chair. I mean, this would have been good for the whole explosion saga. And you... Can you even see the... Wait. Okay, it's just gotta zoom in enough to see it. But we'll be having a look at you with night vision later on. Okay, everything is fixed and you are calibrating. And maybe finally we've earned some peace and quiet. Sometimes there's just noises. I didn't see a thing. I really don't like this. I like even less having no ATV out here. I'm taking you down. I'm actually going to try and get you for profit. You're going to be sold because we simply do not have use for you otherwise. Yep. I mean, can you imagine such a thing actually being manufactured, mass-produced, and sold? It just makes no sense. But camera store doesn't actually say your grade when it's in here. Can't fit anything more in here, so we might as well send for the garbage, which is quite a lot. And once more, return to a night at work. Now, one of our main objectives right now is actually going to be the metal detector, so how much does that cost? Also, oddly enough, not all tools are found in the tool section, but 300. It's actually a big investment this early. This is looking to be getting done much, much faster now. There is a thing here, but we can't seem to collect it. There we go. Package received. That's 174 for the garbage alone. And then a whole lot of points for the job for today. Yeah, we better be receiving Employee of the Week or whatever it is they want. I don't feel like we were briefed on any kind of Employee of the Week thing. And for you to not tell me that it exists and then tell me I didn't get it is kind of a slap in the face. But let's monitor our surveillance state, shall we? Which is a bit of an ironic statement, I think. Ooh, wow, this is actually really good at monitoring the path just because of the contrast, and really bad at monitoring the forest. It all just turns black. There's our fairy ring. We're not going to keep the lights on because that would be wasteful of battery. But everything seems to be going according to plans so far. Funny enough, this one actually started on 100% polarity. I've never seen that happen before, I don't think. But yeah, we are... Yeah, kid, you're right. It is way past my bedtime. How are you so accurate to me? I've got to get to bed. I just can't put it off anymore. How's everything? Looking good. Looking good. Looking good. And looking good. Although Hello? 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 Well, we've got our new daily task. What time is it? It's only half an hour after midnight. We need 2 level 3s, which we already have. Quebec Kilo Delta. But they are not entirely... They're not entirely blank. There are letters in here. Oh no, we can't do this. And look, I'm gonna let you in on another secret. Some of you guys actually poured over these in the previous season. I received these emails and thought, wow, that's really weird. And it all came out to... Look outside. There is something out there. Hang on, wait. Wait, camera. You've been turned all the way around. Hang on, wait. Go. Turn. Maybe we can... How far can this thing zoom in? Oh my god, this is so exciting. Wait. No, stop. These controls are not easy. There you are. Hang on, wait. Yes, we're just taking a picture of our monitor. We need to get upstairs. We need to get upstairs right now to the telescope. To the telescope. We're never going to be able to line it up in the telescope, but if we can get onto our balcony. And as soon as I come outside, they're gone. They wanted me to see them. Like, we know that, right? They sent me that message so that I would come out, see them, and then they dipped before I could get any hard evidence, or, well, that's what they think. Oh my god, we have to review our evidence. We have to review what exactly, if anything, we got out of that. Just an empty sky where the unthinkable just occupied. Okay, photos. Just splotches of light on black images for the most part. That's the life of a conspiracy theorist, isn't it? I mean, like, these images, the funny thing is that these images mean the world to me, even still, but we're looking at these and we just have that sinking feeling as we realize these wouldn't convince anyone. But our next thing appears to be finished. That's fine, because you're finished. We can... there's just so much to get through. You start doing... Visualizer is on, I think. And for what we just saw, I think this void is finally starting to have a voice. And I am happy to listen. I'm actually seeing contacts all over the place. I don't really have the means to hunt them down without the digital map, but yeah, they're everywhere. Should I check... should I check cameras? I don't know if I'll be able to see anything. But if we pull all the way back and just look around, maybe we'll be able to see some unidentified lights? I don't know. And our range is not... our range is actually pretty good. But I don't see anything out of the ordinary. What about the others? Still there. All still there. No new activity at the picnic site. I'm really just playing Five Nights at Freddy's Awesome Edition right now. And I am not complaining. Actually, some of those are the cameras. I'm realizing that now, right? Like, I think cameras do a radar ping. That's why our base is so lit up. But then there's also the matter of that still leaves one unaccounted for, right? Because we got one at the picnic, one at the fairy ring, but the other two are here. So that's cause for alarm. You know what? It's wasteful in the grand scheme, but I want to start looking as soon as possible. Give me the metal detector. I've got the shovel. We've already dug stuff up in this episode, so it's, you know, thematically consistent. For whatever excuse I want to use. And I think we're just going to start selling a lot of recycled level 2s to try and recoup some of this. You're finished. Wow, that got here so quickly. It's unbelievable. We're not going to need you for a little while, I think. I'm kind of losing track of everything I'm doing, to be honest. Yep. The visualizer's not visualizing. I mean, it was certainly consistent. What something like that would actually entail, I have no idea. Yep, I don't want to eat that. So what we're seeing now is the beginnings of food fatigue. Your character simply does not like eating the same things over and over, and I have simply been too cheap to buy too much into variety. At least as far as, like, things that aren't pizza and such. I gotta experiment with more types, though. In the meantime, we have our metal detector. And well, I guess we'll start the hunt tomorrow morning. I should be far too excited to sleep. I mean, visitors. Like, visitors. They visited us. They contacted us. But I've still... You've always still got work to do, and to a certain point, you've really got to shrug it off. That's another thing I really like about this game, is how you can go through, like, the craziest stuff, and afterwards, it just expects you to go back to normal. There's no big climactic anything, it's just you saw a thing and have fun with that. Nobody will believe you. You know, but what comfort is that? Well, I say that, I guess it's up to you if that's any comfort. I mean, maybe it doesn't affect you at all. Maybe it only spurs you on. Maybe we're seeing another really weird thing out there as we speak. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to start putting our earliest points into image quality. I don't think it'll resolve more in this one since it's already going, but it's at least getting us started to be able to see these things better. It's a lot of points when there's so much else on the table, but it's worth a shot, right? Now another question is going to be, which of you has disappeared? If anything, there's more here. Check our cameras. Oh, we sure have. Yeah, no, you are actually resolving maybe a bit better object and very high signal frequency. We're only now working through that huge pile of signals or drives on the floor. Save and grab. You guys have told me that there are actually reasons to listen to them at lower levels, but man, we'd just be here forever. So I may do some more of that with unknowns and objects. Those are kind of the main things. Oh god, TR0 is about to go down. Alright, I'm not gonna wait until morning. We're gonna have to go out at night. And they're falling at such an inconsistent rate, which leads me to believe that there's actually some pattern to it, or some cause. Let's go. I don't know which transformer is this. That's the one this way. It's actually the one near the cabin. Oh boy, my favorite. There we go. This morning lighting, I love it. This little halo of light on the ground around this place, I don't know. It just kind of makes me feel like those mornings before a scouting trip, you know? Said I don't know, immediately followed by you know, therefore implying I know, but... Oh, that's all of our hash codes done. And there is actually quite a bit more I still want to do out here before the day is through. First of all, I want to go metal detecting on the beach because I have earned myself a whole ton of free time. And also, I want to try something else with the picnic area. Here you are. And the camera angle makes it seem so far away. Why don't we indulge in the picnic? This is what I bought this for. Drop some shrimps. Oh no, we can't see it. Alright, well we'll put it just off to this corner then. And drop some shrimps. Actually, is there maybe something to be seen underneath this? We'll find out later. Point is, either the roaches will get this, or somebody else will. I want to note how fast it happens, too. Man, I really wish these things could record. Maybe save, like, movement. Okay, so it is the TV. Yeah, that'll never stop freaking me out. Have we got anything? It would seem that for now, the shrimps are untouched. Alright. Imagine this place being inspected right now, and in addition to all the other craziness, I have to explain why I've set up surveillance on some shrimp that I left in the woods. And that giant fungus is gone. I'll eat you and hope for the best. But now after sleeping a while, what does it look like? Still there. Okay, we'll check after we get back from our expedition. They just sent an image through. I don't know what that is, but actually... that's the base. Ack. So we're also making fun of Mars attacks as well. Maybe they're trying to appeal to human sense of humor? I mean, I am here for that. I keep taking pictures of screens as if that's how anything works. Imagine I looked back and the shrimp was gone. Like this was all one big distraction. Yeah, well, we do sorta have that. And we are going back out. Trees in a rock. Developer, there's a tree growing out of that rock. Literally unplayable. You thought I wouldn't notice. Alright, here we are. And let's begin. Oh, I've got something. No? Yellow. So when we've got something, you'll turn yellow. Okay, so this whole thing has been refined. Alright, 6. Nothing there. Right there, then. Perhaps just below the water, or perhaps there's actually something in this log. Maybe that's what I'm picking up. Come on now. Yeah, I think that's gonna end up being the case. I think there's something inside the log. Alright, well, let's do some diving. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm so weighed down. No, that doesn't seem to be the case. By the way, if you want to get rid of these holes, you can just kind of pick up the dirt and put them inside. But yeah, I'm very... like, I've got what seems to be an exact lock. Wait, maybe green is what we need? There we go, we found it! Oh, hang on, collect. Got you? Oh, that is so obscure. Not only in a log, but buried in the log. Let's see it. Okay, now, full disclosure, I sorta knew what I was looking for, but I was also told there's something else. Oh my god! Oh my god, I love this, I love this! Oh, dude, that is so cool. Dude, this is like one of my favorite games ever, so to have this be a thing now, oh my, You know, I was actually just having a conversation with a friend earlier, and we were talking about this game, and they said that, like, there should be an Easter egg of me in this game. And I said, oh, well, my series is not that big. I don't know if like the devs are even aware of me. And he said, no, they are. Like, you've been talked about, like, on the Discord. And I was like, oh, cool. That was literally this morning. Candle handle. The Librarian Secret Award plushie, dude, that is so cool. I thank you. Thank you so much. And also thank you, Toasty Tacos on the Discord, for telling me where to seek this out, because I probably wouldn't have even bought the metal detector again, because it had limited use before, and I certainly would not have been so dedicated to searching in that area. Like, there were a couple of spoilered images, and I got just, like, the quickest glimpse, but I immediately clicked out knowing I would have to, like, do it for myself. But I had no idea it was going to be, like, this direct and this cool, and I am beyond excited. Thank you. But it is going to join us in our ever-growing list of desk collectibles. Question is, where should we put it? We're watching Cobweb Hotel, are we? Well, maybe we should put it on the opposite side of the glow stick, right? Perhaps even on top of the TV itself. I wonder if this thing actually lights. If we could use this as a light source, that would be really cool. But I don't have a lighter. I don't really feel like spending the money. Oh. We can't turn it off. Yeah. Okay, that didn't work. I probably should have paid attention to the fact that the base of this thing is metal. What was that noise? I feel like there was a very loud, squishy noise, but whatever. I guess the lighter was something that had to come sooner or later anyway. Cannot determine location. Every time I turn around, it makes noises, but they're never persistent. I'm really in desperate need of food, and it will not let me eat these MREs. Isn't the whole point of MREs is that they come in all varieties? And there's, like, variety within the MRE? Alright, well, I'm not worried about that right now. Maybe I should have helped myself to some of that shrimp. Oh, speaking of, I gotta check those cameras again. What if I pass out on the ladder? That would be a huge problem, wouldn't it? Well, I didn't pass out, but I did find a burger at the bottom. And I do make a point of trying to eat even the hallucinogenic burgers. I am not in good shape right now. But thankfully we're about to be... No, come on, gimme, 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 gimme. I feel like a cat waiting to be fed, just climbing up the side of the cabinets, waiting, watching that bowl being filled, dropping right through the garage door. Cool. Gimme, gimme, gimme. I need takeout. And just 2 full boxes of fried rice right then and there. Ravenous. They're asking for 2 signals, level 3. You know what? I'm gonna give an extra one just to get a little bit of extra cash right now. And let's go. Complete our job for the day, and then we'll end this thing. We've got another unknown signal. Grab you, and begin processing. And we can send our stuff out. There we go. Package received. And all good. And that's going to leave us with plenty to do. Now the question is going to be, does this actually work? It does! Oh my god, that is so cool! Now, we have got our creepy and comfy workstation. I am so... it is honestly an honor to have, like, any impact on this game whatsoever. Like, I'm not just saying this when I say that this is one of, if not my favorite horror games. Just because of the sheer scope of this. I mean, look at this. I'm watching analog horror in my dimly lit base, listening for voices from the stars, receiving images of my place from outside, wondering if I should venture out into the woods and see what's there, check the radar to see what's incoming, or keep looking at the cameras to see what might be on the prowl outside or in my own base. It's just got this huge sense of scope to it on top of being the ultimate job simulator, and to be a part of it in any way is just so gratifying. All these things appear to be undisturbed, including the shrimp, which is very strange indeed. Wait, where did I get 600 points from? Weekly results. Dr. Cal, performance was quite pleasant this week. 500 bonus points has been sent to your account balance as a reward. What is going on here? Okay, this is gonna have to wait until next time. But there's a big juicy reward in it for us, and if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.